Hello everyone and welcome on in to the video for today. Today's video idea is creating a new build area for John's Goods. This idea was thought of by a couple other Dinkum creators in the community. So definitely I'd have some links in my bio. Definitely check out the other builds that were done for this series. But first let's look and take a look what we've done so far in this build. So I decided to do something a little different. I've seen a lot of builds focus in this natural areas, like in some foresty areas, some really aesthetically pleasing areas. Now, I haven't been seeing a lot of builds being put in the desert. I tend to stay away from the desert. It's kind of this orangey, this like orangey sand. It really doesn't quite feel like it's a good build material. I haven't really found a good use for it, so I decided to try to find some positive use for it, and I hope y'all get a little bit of inspired by some of the stuff that we use today. We use, as you can see me zooming around, I poorly managed my time. My time wasn't used well in this speed build. It wasn't quite your natural speed build. So you'll see some cuts here throughout the video. I used those animal like shelters, one of the enclosed areas here as we zoom into the night here. As you can see, I'm using the kegs. I wanted to make like hay bale looking things. I wanted to make like that Western saloon kind of look. I have this nice platform here. We're gonna stop in slow-mo here so you can see how good this platform area built was that I had set up. It's kind of this nice octagon, like more like more of a hexagon. I don't know my math very well apparently. But we're gonna take a look here and see what we decide here. So I played around with some ideas here. I wasn't quite married to a lot of ideas. You know, I was testing around, and I ended up with this really nice trim that I put here. Trying to get this cactus out of the way, get out of there. Who cares? As we're taking a look here, this area, it's starting to get some color, some shape to what we're looking for. I think the best thing about this area that I can say that that I used was it helped really focus my ideas with platforms and building things higher up. I wanted to put this at a higher than just the ground. I wanted to make it like visually separate. As I'm starting to add the little fenced area around the edge here, I actually used two different fencing. So I used this copper top fence that I got from Franklin, as well as a mix of the hardwood fence that I also that you unlock as throughout. As I'm just gonna spam here all of my pathing down. But I want to make it look as natural as possible. I didn't obviously want to make it look like, I wanted to look like it was like a gravel like setup for us. But all right, it's starting to fill in pretty nice here. I'm very pleased with how it looks. It could. What I start to realize when I'm going around as I'm touching things up all throughout is I'm starting to pick and choose what kind of fencing I wanted to put. I wanted to put like a fence around the edge here, and I tested around some ideas. I tried to put down some tin fence, but then I ended up deciding in the front. A copper, the copper really matches the wooden flower beds. So putting in the wooden flower beds and maybe putting in a fence around the edge there, maybe in the front area, might make this whole area pop just that little bit extra. As you can see, when we pass there, we still have some termite mounds, and we also have some skulls and those natural deserty things. And now we're starting to add some of that lighting in, where we got the string lights. Now I had the idea I was gonna have them all the way like a walkway. I was gonna have just the string lights, but it didn't end up looking as good. And I feel like this fits better as we edge this out here for us with that metal fencing. And it's starting to come together. We actually use the back. We use the iron and the cement fencing tops. I feel like that started to look really nice there. Kind of give a different breakup of just the same fence. And as we add our lighting in here with the copper lamps, these copper lamps, man, they really they do wonders. That circular shape really is beautiful. I had to sleep off the time here for us as we're starting to add some more of that fence, that more side here for us, right next to that fencing. We're gonna add some more path here. We're gonna try to make it somewhat symmetrical, but not make it too symmetrical where it looks too. As I try to match it as close as I possibly can without breaking like some of the terrain, keeping that keeping those bones there. And I wanted that termite mound to stay as well. And I actually got some desert rose. Now the desert rose, if you haven't discovered this this flower here, it's one of the flowers that you can get by putting a flower bed over a set of bones. So if you set up flower bed over a set of bones there, you can grow some desert roses, and it's really beautiful looking, aesthetically pleasing thing. As we're gonna set this center, as I do my best to center it, because I realized I did not make it perfectly symmetrical. So instead of going back and redoing everything, and trust me, this took way longer than it was supposed to, I ended up just deciding I was gonna put it back just one. So by doing that, I actually ended up having to change my design just a little bit here. So I'm gonna go back in here and actually fill in with the hardwood fence here, and actually have some space here. Because it's not perfectly centered, I had the idea to actually put it all the way around. So now it's just, instead of having 4 entry points, it actually has an entry point and a back point as well. And I planted some more cactus around it to give that old westerny look. Added the front fence in the very front there. Add another layer there. Planted some bluebells and some roses in the flower beds. As we wake up here and move stuff around, and look at that. Look at this area. We're gonna get a flyby so you can take a look and see what we've got going on here. And this is it. This is our build. This is a simple John's deserty build. Now, you could try doing other things. The roof of John's is like a steel look. You could almost do a little bit more industrial, add some more industry in there for it. If this wasn't a speed build, I would have maybe toyed with the idea of bringing in refinery to place more like ore around the area. But yeah, this is my beautiful area. So make sure you like and follow the video for us, and check out the other content creators.